Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope that all of you are doing well. Today we're gonna finish Unit 3. What time do you get up? Okay. This is the last part 11, form, meaning, and function. In this part, we're going to revise this unit. Students book, page 25. Our objective is to practice using present simple versus present progressive. Okay? As you can see, form, meaning, and function, simple present versus present progressive. Use the simple present to talk about permanent actions like habits or routines. Use the present progressive to talk about temporary actions that are happening now, actions that are happening at the moment or at the time of speaking. The students usually write tests every month. This is a habit or a routine. Again, the students usually write tests every month. This is a habit or a routine. But the students are writing a test at the moment. Now, they are writing a test. This is an action that is happening at the time of speaking. Okay? So, Saeed lives in Jeddah. This is a permanent situation. Saeed lives in Jeddah. I work for a company. This is what? A permanent situation. But he is studying in Riyadh this year. But this year, he's studying in Riyadh. This is a temporary situation or action. Note, this is very important. Some verbs are not used in the progressive form. These verbs are believe. We don't use them in the progressive form. We don't add ing to these verbs. For example, believe, forget, hear, know, like, love, need, prefer, remember, see, understand, want. So don't use these verbs in the present progressive. These verbs are believe, forget, hear, know, like, love, need, prefer, remember, see, understand, or want. Okay, let's explain this again. Present simple or simple present versus present progressive. Look at the first sentence. The sun shines most days. This is a fact. Today it is shining. Today it isn't shining. It's cloudy. This is a temporary situation here. He talks quietly. He's talking to his friend now. He talks quietly. He has a habit of talking quietly, but now at the time of speaking, he's talking to his friend. The last sentence, he usually walks to school. He usually walks to school. Today, he's taking the bus. He's taking the bus today. This is a temporary situation. Okay? Go to part A. Choose the correct verb form for each sentence. Choose the correct verb for each sentence. Sentence number 1. Nawal space her homework at the moment. Here we have at the moment, or now, or at the time of speaking. So does is doing or do. What do you think? Exactly, is doing. Nawal is doing her homework at the moment. Number 2. Space to come to the mall with us. Space to come to the mall with us. Here we have, do you want? Want you or are you wanting? Here we have the verb want, and we mentioned that we don't use want in the progressive tense here, or in the present progressive. So, the correct answer is, do you want to come to the mall with us? Do you want to come to the mall with us? 3. The scientists space the cause of the problem. The scientists space the cause of the problem here. This is number 3. Aren't knowing not know, don't know. What do you think? Scientists here, plural. So the correct answer exactly, don't know. Number 4, look. The children space in the lake. Look. Look here refers to something that is happening at the moment or at the time of speaking. So the children space in the lake are swimming, swim, are swim. Exactly, the correct answer is are swimming. Number 5, the moon space around the earth. The moon space around the earth. This is a fact. Exactly, so the moon here is singular, and instead of the moon we can say it. So is going, go, goes. What do you think? Exactly, goes. The sun goes, the moon goes, the earth goes around the sun, and so on. Abdullah sometimes space his bike to school. Abdullah sometimes space his bike to school. Abdullah here is singular, and instead of Abdullah we can say he. So is riding, rides, ride. Here we have sometimes. So this is what? Exactly. Simple present, so rides. Abdullah sometimes rides his bike to school. Number 7, Jasim has a part-time job, but he space today. Here we have a temporary situation. So in temporary situations we use the present progressive. So Jasim has a part-time job today, but he space today isn't working, works not, aren't working. So isn't working here. So this is isn't working. Jasim has a part-time job but today, or but he isn't working today. Okay. Number 8, space in your country in the winter. Space in your country in the winter. Yeah. Does it snow? Does it snow in your country in the winter? Does it snow in your country in the winter? Please be quiet. Please be quiet. The baby space right now. Something that is happening now at the time of speaking. So the baby is, exactly, is sleeping. Listen. The tourists space for directions in English. The tourists space for directions in English. Listen, look, now, at the moment. All of these words refer to the present progressive. So the tourists, plural, we can say they here. So they is asking or are asking, ask. The correct answer is are asking. Listen, the tourists are asking for directions at the moment. Okay, let's go to part B here. Okay. Use these verbs in the present progressive or simple present. We're gonna put these verbs like check, ride, understand, go in the present progressive or simple present. For example, space your email every day. You can make a question or statements. So space your email every day, you check. What do you think here? Yeah. This is every day. So the tense of this question is simple present. This is a yes or no question. So we start with do or does here. Here we have you. So we start with do you check. Do you check your email every day? Do you check your email every day? So this is yes or no question. We use do, you, and the verb check and complete. Look at them. They space horses on the beach. They space horses on the beach. Ride. The tense of this sentence is the present progressive. So They are what? Are riding horses on the beach. Make sure that you cut E before adding ing. So look at them. They are riding horses on the beach because we have look here. I space this exercise. Can you explain it again? Not understand. Can you explain it again? So I don't understand this exercise. Can you explain it again? This sentence is in the negative form. With I, we use don't in the simple present and complete. We space to the park. Would you like to come with us? Go. Here we have the verb go. We space to the park. Would you like to come with us? So, we are going to the park. Would you like to go with us? We are going now. Majid usually space at the gym 3 times a week. Workout. 3 times a week. This is a habit here. This is a routine or a habit. So, it becomes what? Works out. What time in the morning you usually wake up? What time in the morning? So the tense of this question is in the simple present. So what time in the morning do you usually wake up? What time in the morning do you usually wake up? 7, space the newspaper. Can I have a look at it, please? You read. Okay. So, are you reading the newspaper? Can I have a look at it, please? Are you reading something that is happening now? Fatima always space her teeth after dinner. This is a habit. Okay. Brushes here. We add es to the verb because we have Fatima, she brushes. Khalid has football after school, so he space home early, so he space home early, not come. Exactly, isn't coming home early. This is a temporary situation. My father's car is at the mechanics, so he spaced the bus to work. Take. Exactly, this is also a temporary situation. He's taking the bus to the mechanic. I'd like to thank you all for watching and see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.